even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream.
Yeah.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging. You can't sing up on freedom, but you can swing up on some freedom. Cassius Clay can sing, but singing didn't help him to become the heavyweight champion of the world. Swinging helped him become the heavyweight. So this government has failed us. The government itself has failed us. And the white liberals who have been posing as our friends have failed us. And once we see that all these other sources to which we've turned have failed, we stop turning to them and turn to ourselves. We need a self-help program, a do-it-yourself philosophy, a do-it-right-now philosophy. It's already too late philosophy. This is what you and I need to get with. And the only way we're going to solve our problem is with a self-help program. Before we can get a self-help program started, we have to have a self-help philosophy. Black nationalism is a self-help philosophy.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making a video on why Martin and Malcolm were wrong. Both of these individuals endeavored to address the racism, inequality, and human rights issues within the United States. However, I believe that their teachings were in direct contrast to the teachings of the Torah, and ultimately their teachings failed. First, starting off with Martin Luther King. He sought to achieve equality and human rights through peaceful protests and civil obedience. His goals included ending segregation and ensuring voter rights. He did this by employing a nonviolent obedience approach. This was inspired by Gandhi. Some of his key speeches were "I Have a Dream" and also "Letter from Birmingham Jail." Malcolm X, he advocated for black nationalism, at least initially, and also self-defense. However, he later shifted towards a more inclusive approach, focusing on self-determination and a global form of solidarity. His methods were initially rejected, but they turned into a non-violent approach, but he still advocated for the self-defense, saying by any means necessary. However, as I stated before, he later became more open to collaboration across the racial lines. Some of his key speeches: "The Ballot or the Bullet" and "Message to the Grassroots." Contrasting to these two gentlemen is the Torah. The Torah teaches moral principles, it defines sin, and it guides individuals towards a righteous life by following God's commandments. These commandments are found in the first 5 books: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. The Torah provides a comprehensive set of moral principles that are intended to guide individuals towards a righteous life. These principles emphasize the importance of treating others with kindness and respect, which can be applied universally to promote social justice and equality. Unlike the other 2, especially Martin, the Torah instructs us to maintain separation from other cultures and nations to avoid adopting their practices and idolatries. This separation is seen as a way to maintain spiritual purity and avoid moral corruption. Martin's approach of integration is contrast with the Torah's emphasis on separation. The argument is that integration may lead to assimilation and loss of cultural identity, whereas the Torah's approach ensures preservation and a distinct moral and spiritual identity. Malcolm's he advocated for self-defense as seen in his responses to systematic violence, but is criticized for its potential to escalate conflict. In contrast, the Torah's teachings of moral purity and separation are presented in a more sustainable and peaceful path to achieving justice. I believe that focusing on God's standards and not others is the way forward. Essentially, prioritizing the divine will, where this argument suggests that focusing on God's standards, as outlined in the Torah, provides a higher moral authority than human ideologies. This perspective emphasizes the importance of aligning human actions with the divine will rather than slowly relying on human constructs like the American dream. The Torah is presented as an existing framework for self-improvement and moral guidance, suggesting that there is no need to seek external solutions or build a new system when a comprehensive guide already exists, which is found in the first 5 books. So in summary, Martin and Malcolm were wrong. And we can see now, 60 years later, we have actually degraded and not improved. The Torah is preferred because it offers a comprehensive moral and spiritual framework that guides individuals towards righteousness and separates us from evil, providing a universal set of principles that can be applied to achieve social justice without relying on human ideologies alone. Leviticus 20:26. Leviticus 18:3. Deuteronomy 7:1-6. Deuteronomy 20:16-18. Exodus 23:22-24. Exodus 23:31-33. Deuteronomy 12:2-4. Deuteronomy 9:3-5. Deuteronomy 9:1. God's dream is not rooted in the American dream. We shouldn't care as God's people if the nations rose to live out the true meaning of His creed. We should be focusing on God's standard, which is to fear Him and keep His commandments. Thank you for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.